Today I'm filming aubergine rolls with walnuts. It's one of those iconic Georgian dishes which I've been making for many years. I've learned it firsthand, not from the books. I am issuing this video close to Christmas and New Year because it's an excellent starter appetizer side for a special occasion, and it's definitely going to be on my Christmas and on my New Year table as well. So the first step is to pick correct aubergines in a supermarket, which often we don't have a choice. They're often very small, then forget it. Forget about rolls. Maybe you can do just layer them with walnuts if you want, but if we want rolls, we need ideally straight aubergines.
And long. And that would make your job of cutting them much easier and you'll get less waste.
So this is not ideal. That's the biggest I could find. All right, it will do, I suppose.
Prepare 2 of your biggest trays. They could be deep or shallow. Also, you would need a small food processor. Remove the strip of skin just along the middle of the aubergine on both sides.
Just very easy with a peeler.
Now do your best here. Try to cut aubergines in a long, even slices, not too thick, not too thin, somewhere a bit less than 1 centimeter for sure.
You want them the same thickness, that this is quite crucial.
Try to be as neat as you can here. So for the best result, try to make sure you cut your slices evenly. Here is idea how you can use those little cut-offs which you cannot use for rolling. Bake them, mix them with mayonnaise, spices and garlic, for example. Or just chop them into stew. And of course you can always freeze them.
There, nice slice. That's a tricky job. This is the trickiest job for me. Definitely is. I have here 2 shallow trays, so I just oiling them. Started to use pastry brush. My problem with it that I find it's very tricky to wash, but so much more civilized than just using your hand.
Right. Oil these slices thoroughly, especially the side which would face upwards.
Of course, ideally, I should have salted them and let them draw the excess of liquid, leave them under the press. I did show this technique in one of my videos, which I filmed in summer. But we are short for time here, with light quickly disappearing, so I'm skipping this step. But it's okay. I mean, the aubergines, the supermarket aubergines these days, there is no bitterness there. Of course, they're very watery. So if you're going to do it properly with salt, leave it under the press for 40 minutes, maybe then squeeze the excess of water out. Do it gently, because on this occasion we want to keep the shape of the slice for the rolling. Right, aubergines are just like sponges. They are sponges. They just absorb oil like no one's business. Never fry aubergines. Never do it. You won't believe how much oil they actually absorb. Even now, the oil just disappears. It goes in straight away. I've guessed correctly. 50 mils of oil it is, and I'm using rapeseed oil here, of course. So we literally don't have enough oil for...
last 2 slices I will declare unsuitable. So we used all the oil up to the very last drop.
Anyway, they come reasonably healthy in the oven. I don't think I want to overlap them. I want them to be in one layer.
Watch aubergines very carefully as you bake them. It's so important to cook them just right. If undercooked, they actually feel not very nice at all, but if overcooked, they might become very brittle and then you won't be able to roll them. 180 degrees fan oven.
So while aubergines are baking, we quickly make our walnut paste, which will go inside them. I want to measure water here to let you know how much water the paste will take. We want to make a spreadable paste, that's the idea. So let's just say 100 ml of water. I use boiled water, room temperature, or it can be a bit warmer than that. It's a good walnuts I have here. 99 grams, good enough.
Half of a small onion, or I have here 1 shallot.
Shallot would be ideal here because it's not too strong. Two garlics, coriander, 10 grams, enough. You don't want to overdo on that. So a good teaspoon of khmeli-suneli, Georgian garam masala. It's a mix of herbs and spices. But if you don't have it, as I always advise, and I used to do it when I didn't have the authentic spice, just use dry coriander and some good curry powder, and it will be pretty authentic result. Chili paste or chili powder to your taste, and my taste is very modest. As it comes to chili, I just add tiny bit extra salt here, so it will salt the aubergines as well. And now walnuts, they are good because they are not dark, they are quite light, whole pieces, and you can taste they taste fresh. There is no this little rancid taste which you obviously notice straight away when they are old. So those are quite fresh, and obviously I kept them in a freezer. You need to stop a few times and mix everything to help it along.
At some point you will notice that the machine will not process walnuts any finer. So that's the time when you start adding water little by little to help.
Again, I did show this technique in one of my videos before. Don't add all water all at once. Add some more water.
The last of the water is in. Let's see if it's going to be enough. We are looking for the smooth, relatively smooth, spreadable paste here.
Yes, it's fine enough. Spreadable paste. You can add optional here a little bit of vinegar, maybe a couple of teaspoons. Some people do that. I have estimated water precisely. 100 ml went in. So we got our walnut paste.
The most important thing, the aubergines should be cooked just right. Very soft, but not overcooked. A nice color is a bonus.
So one side could be nicer, like this side is more goldy, so I'll make sure that I leave it out. And I put the filling on a less pretty side. Not much filling, remember, because we made it quite pungent. With the butter knife, I've just spread our filling evenly like that, and then I simply roll my aubergine to the best I can.
Handle aubergines carefully at this point because they tear easily.
So we're done here. So it's quite quick, the actual wrapping. And of course they're better be left alone now for the flavors to develop, say at least for couple of hours, and then eat them. So we're done. Super.